Everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another weekly pickups video, where I go through all the things I've picked up and delivered over the past week. Well, it's actually 2 weeks. And there's quite a bit to get through, so without further ado, let's get into it. So over the past couple of weeks I've been picking up a fair bit of stuff. I was going to do one last week, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time to do it. But this week is an extra bumper haul of 2 weeks, and there's quite a bit to get through. First up, I'll start with the games. I picked up 2. Got Life is Strange, the Arcadia Bay collection. I did actually do a review for this channel. I'll pop in probably the link in the description or in one of the cards, but if you check on the channel you can find a few videos back. This one includes Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. Fortunately, Before the Storm is on a digital code, which is a shame, but I have played these games and they do play really well on the Switch. So yeah, that is Life is Strange Arcadia Bay collection. And this one is the big release of last week for the Switch, and that's Nier Automata, or Nier Automata, the End of Eura edition. I've also reviewed this for the channel, and it's an absolutely fantastic game. Highly recommend getting it if you've never played it before, and it looks spectacular on the Switch. So yeah, you do actually, well, get some artwork in there. I have to actually cover up a digital code there, but it's a truly wonderful game, and look at that artwork, it looks superb. Onto the one DVD I picked up over the past fortnight. I've been wanting to get this one for a little while. I've been looking for the Blu-ray, but unfortunately they don't do a Blu-ray over here, and the import is quite expensive. And as the Blu-ray DVD was only £3, and we talked about it on the stream last week, I picked up Trick or Treat. Yes. I'd like to thank my co-host on the stream, Mike from Cinema Axeman. He messaged me on Thursday or Friday saying to me that this was only £3 on Amazon, $2.99. So I picked it up, and yeah, it's here, and I'm really looking forward to watching it. I've seen the trailer of it, and it looks really fun. I've never really watched many horror anthologies, but I do know this one is one of the better ones of recent times. And oddly enough, I think this little guy here is quite cute, so I'm going to gather he's the main villain of the story, I suppose, and I bet he isn't really nice in the film, but looking forward to watching it. It's got a good cast here, so yeah, that's Trick or Treat. I popped into a charity shop, yes, and it was a cancer research one, and they had a load of titles in, and they were all £1. Before I show you them, I'll tell you a little story. I popped into the hospice one, a couple of doors down, charity shop. They charge £6 for a Blu-ray now. From 50 Shades of Grey to Mrs. Brown's Boys to even a Harry Potter 3D Deathly Hallows Part 2 one, they charge like a tenner for. I asked them about the prices, and they classed them as like premium products. So yeah, the pricing structure there is definitely all over the place when a toaster costs less than a Blu-ray. But I digress. Anyway, I went into the cancer research, and they had 4 titles. And they had bizarrely a lot of them sealed, and a lot of them were Denzel Washington films. I picked up 3 of them sealed, and one of them was used, but I checked the disc and it was fine, and I popped in a new case. So yeah, I popped that other one in a new case, and that one is Denzel Washington in Man on Fire. Yes, I watched this one a few weeks ago on Amazon Prime, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was another great Tony Scott film and Denzel Washington film. This is his second film with Tony Scott, and this is a great like revenge sort of thriller. It's got great characters in it. You actually really do care for Denzel Washington, and this young girl here is actually Dakota Fanning. So yeah, she's still in the business to this day, still in films. I'm pretty certain she's going to be in the new Madam Web film. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's got a great cast in this one. You do have Mickey Rourke in this one, as well as Christopher Walken, so great supporting cast. Yeah, it's a little bit too long, it's just nearly under 2.5 hours, but the action here is intense, and Denzel is superb. So yeah, that's Man on Fire for £1. Also starring Denzel Washington, that is a Tony Scott film. It's a film that I've been wanting to watch for a long while, but I can actually find it on streaming. And that is The Taken of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have seen the original one. I think it's from the 70s. It's a fantastic film. But this remake is supposed to be pretty decent too. Directed by Tony Scott, starring John Travolta and Denzel Washington. It's supposed to be a rather capable remake. This one was still sealed. It's got more stickers on than, wow, anything I've seen before. But yeah, it's originally from HMV. And wow, when this first came out, it was 18 quid. 18 quid for Blu-ray. Yeah, and we moan about 15 quid now. But yeah, this was only £1. I'll probably unseal it in a bit because it's a bit of a tatty mess, the seal is. But hey, for £1, it's not too bad. Looking forward to watching this one, as this one's been on my watch list for a little while. So yeah, that's The Taken of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Also starring Denzel Washington and also Viola Davis. She was from the Suicide Squad, I think. It's a film I don't really know much about. I do know of it, and I know it's quite won a lot of awards, and that's Fences. I don't really know too much about this one. I think this is set in the 50s or the 60s, and it just follows the everyday life of these two couples and how they interact with their neighbours and what their lives are like. I think it's supposed to be like a sort of a nice sort of period piece. I mean, it's got Denzel Washington in, so I was sold there. Still sealed. Oh, still sealed. So for £1, I picked up Fences. The final film I picked up stars Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio, and that is The Revenant. Yes, I've heard a lot of good things about this one. It won many awards, and yeah, all I know is like it's Leonardo DiCaprio out in the wilderness hunting a bear. That's literally all I know about it. But I've heard it's very good, and I'm looking forward to watching this one. Still sealed again, and with a slip. So for £1, that was The Revenant. So next up, I picked up the final criterion of the Criterion Cell that I want to get, and it's Adam Sandler, Emily Watson in a Paul Thomas Anderson film, Punch Drunk Love. Yes, I watched this a few weeks ago, and it was a really good film. It's nice to see Adam Sandler doing some serious actor roles for a change, because he's a very good actor when he's not doing Jack and Jill. This is basically just, he plays this guy, he has some pretty bad anger management problems, he gets teased by his family a lot, and he's just really looking for love. And then Emily Watson's character enters his life, and he's really quite besotted with her. But unfortunately for him, he made a mistake of calling a sex phone chat line, and now the manager who runs it is after money for him. He's got a lot going on in his life, and it feels a very claustrophobic, almost anxiety-inducing film. It's wonderfully shot. It definitely feels like it's borrowed inspiration from definitely films from years ago. And the soundtrack's really nice as well. So yeah, you do actually get a booklet in it as well, and you do get your Criterion disc. So yeah, really nice edition, Punch Drunk Love, and I picked it up from HMV eBay for $7.99, so not too bad. The next load of these stuff are all from Amazon. They're all the Disney 2 for 10 Blu-rays, but Amazon's offer of 2 for 10 Blu-rays is still going on with the £6 glitch. So I picked up Ready or Not, which I watched a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's this woman, she marries into this family, it's a really wealthy family, and they have this tradition every time when their kids get married, their spouse has to play a game. Unfortunately for her, it's hide and seek, which means the whole family try to kill her before sunrise. If they don't, something bad will really happen. It's a really fun, over-the-top, quite funny at times. I won't call it a horror, I'll call it a thriller. And yeah, it can be quite brutal. The ending's quite whoa out there. And the soundtrack's pretty great. Is it Samantha Weaving? She's really good in the lead role. You've also got, what's her name? Andie MacDowell from Groundhog Day. It's nice to see her in a film, because I haven't seen her in one for a little while. But yeah, Ready or Not is highly recommended, and it's only 90 minutes. I partnered that one up with, of all things, because Disney owns everything now, Nightmare on Elm Street! The Nightmare Before Christmas, yes. Is it a Christmas film? Is it a Halloween film? Is it both? Yeah. anywhere between the Halloween and Christmas period is the perfect time to watch this one. It's a really good film. Tim Burton's, well, it isn't actually directed by Tim Burton, but it's Tim Burton's baby, essentially. It's a great film, really enjoyed it. Haven't seen it for years, so I'm looking forward to rewatching it. I really do like that artwork on there, so yeah. And you do get loads of special features, so that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Next up, I picked up James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson in Glass. Yeah, this one's based on his, is it Unbreakable trilogy? You got Unbreakable, Glass, and is it Split? Yeah, I thought I'd pick this one up to try and complete the trilogy so I can watch them all and see what they're like. I watched Unbreakable at the weekend, and honestly, I wasn't a big fan of it. I think Samuel L. Jackson was probably the best part of it, and there was a couple of cool moments in it, but ultimately, I felt a bit bored with it. Definitely does need a rewatch in time, because I think there is a really good quality film there, and I probably was more half asleep than anything. But this is the finale, the conclusion of those two films, and I haven't heard the greatest of it, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go. You do get loads of special features on there, which surprised me, so that is Glass. I partnered that one up with a Wes Anderson film. I really enjoyed Fantastic Mr. Fox. I thought it was a wonderful little film, so I picked up his other stop motion animated film, and that's Isle of Dogs in this one. Yeah, it's set in Japan, and I don't know what really happens. They have some sort of disaster or something, and they blame it on dogs, so they ship all the dogs over to an island called the Isle of Dogs, and this kid accidentally gets there, and yeah, he's trying to save the dogs. I honestly haven't got a clue what it's about, but I remember the trailer for it, and it's used to be quite trippy, because I remember watching it on TV when I was half asleep, and I've always wanted to watch it, so I'm glad to get it on Blu-ray, and that is Isle of Dogs. Next up is another Wes Anderson film, and my word, did I have a lot of issues with this one. It is The Grand Budapest Hotel. Yes. This one stars, again, another all-star cast. So don't really know too much about this one. I remember seeing a little snippet of it years ago. It's definitely out there, but I will get more into Wes Anderson films, and it looks really good. Got this one from Amazon, come through with raw mail, arrived damaged, so I had to try and get a replacement. They wouldn't give me a replacement. Then I spoke to somebody else, they give me a replacement. Oh, lot of hassle, but anyway, it's here, and that is the Grand Budapest Hotel, so yeah, very happy to get that. And the final one out of this Disney 2 for 6. Now, there's a funny story behind this one. I picked up Hocus Pocus on Blu-ray, ordered it, should have been here early in the morning. It arrived in a massive, great big one like this. I was like, fair enough. Package overload there. When I opened it up, I was like, oh, that's quite heavy. This is what they sent me instead. Yes. Instead of this Hocus Pocus, they sent me something called Bunny versus Monkey Machine Mayhem. So yeah, I haven't got a clue what this is about. This is some kid's book. So yeah, this is actually a brand new book that came out last Thursday, of all things. So yeah. I did say to him, hey, you sent me the wrong item. You sent me this instead of this. And they said, yeah, no worries. You can keep this. You can keep this. And they sent me out another copy. Yep, it arrived, perfect condition and everything. Haven't seen this film in absolute years. Yes, I know it's on Disney Plus. I could have watched it on Disney Plus, but I wanted to pick it up in the offer. It was only £3 on the 2 for 6. So yeah, I'll watch this, and then I'll watch this new one. I've heard mixed things about the new one, but I'm looking forward to rewatching this, because it's been a while since I've seen it when I was a kid. So yeah, that's Hocus Pocus. And the final 3 things are box sets. Yes, this one's an Arrow one, an Arrow box set of quite an out of print version, I think. I've been wanting to get this film a little while. You can only get it on standard release, but then I stumbled upon it on eBay for £6 in an auction. And I thought, you know what, just bid on it. So yeah, I won the auction, surprisingly. It was £6 with £2 postage. So for £8, I got the limited edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah. The seller was very sus. I honestly never heard nothing from him. Took ages to dispatch, and then it arrived. and it's pretty much in perfect condition, but a teeny little nick there, and that's about it. And for £8, I'm very happy with it because I think it goes for like 35 plus on CX. So you get a really nice thick booklet with loads of information. You get one of these fold out ones with like, is it Tobe Hooper's early works? It's very similar to the Major Dundee set that I got a few months ago because they come in like this design. So yeah, that's the Blu-ray and DVD of Tobe Hooper's early works. I think there's like 2 or 3 short films in that. And then obviously you do get Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Blu-ray, and there's also like bizarrely a certificate of authenticity here, which I've never seen in an Arrow limited edition before, so that's quite nice. So yeah, £8. I was quite surprised to pick that up. It's always worth checking on eBay because you never know what you're going to find. A lot of people probably need a quick buck or something, or honestly don't realise what they're selling is worth a decent amount, and they'll just put it up for something cheap. And you could get yourself a bargain. I've had that a couple of times, so it's always worth just having a little look every now and again on eBay. Next up, I picked up a box set from H&V. It's from the 88 Films range, and I was surprised at the price. I honestly thought it was a price never, but I checked online and no, it wasn't. So for $14.99, I picked up the Anaconda collection in this lovely, lovely design box. Yeah, this includes 4 films, the original Anaconda, the second one, third and fourth one. I think third and fourth one is actually on one disc. I remember seeing the original Anaconda on TV years ago. Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez, and I'm sure Owen Wilson was in it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of daft, silly fun. And I remember seeing one of the later ones, and it had David Hasselhoff in, of all people. But yeah, for £15, I thought, it's fair enough. I wouldn't pay 25 for it because some of the films, like definitely later on, I would imagine aren't that great. But for £15 in a nice big box set, you do get art cards, a poster, and a booklet in it as well. So yeah, for £15, it's hard to say no. I do want to get the Species one because I really, really do like the first Species film. I haven't seen the other 3, but I've heard they're a bit sus, but I definitely want to get that box set. It's still like 30 odd quid, which is still a bit too much for me. If it hits the £20 mark, I'll probably pick it up, but that is for £15 the Anaconda set. So if you want that, definitely pop down to your H&V and see if they've got it in, because they're charging just £15 as well for the original film on its own. So this is an absolute bargain. So yeah, that's the Anaconda collection. And the final box set I picked up over the past couple of weeks, and also the final film, is the M. Night Shyamalan big box set of films that also got Signs, Sixth Sense, and Unbreakable in it. Yeah, this was about £11 on Amazon, but I got it for nothing because I had a voucher, so that was handy. So yeah, you got Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Signs. I was originally just going to get this one and then get this one on the 4K, but I'm glad I got it in this box set because it's not too bad for £11. Haven't seen Signs or Sixth Sense yet, but I know they're quite iconic. I watched Unbreakable the other day. Honestly, wasn't the biggest fan of it. I can see it's a very quality film, but I think I need another rewatch in later on down the line. But I didn't mind it. I think Samuel L. Jackson was really good in it. But yeah, that's Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Signs. There's also another one I want to watch called The Village, but I can't really find that on Blu-ray for a decent price. But it is on Disney Plus, so I can check it out. You do get a load of bonus features for the film, so that's not too bad. So yeah, I picked up the M. Night Shyamalan box set. Which one is your favourite out of this, or what is your favourite M. Night Shyamalan film? Because bar Unbreakable, the only ones I've seen are After Earth and The Last Airbender, which were awful. So yeah, I need to watch some of his better, more iconic films. So yeah, that's all the pickups and deliveries for the past week. Well, fortnight. And overall, there's quite a lot there. So yeah, tell me in the comments section down below what you think of my pickups and deliveries. I'll get back to you, I promise. I reply to all comments. Wednesday night, the Wednesday night movie live streams are back. Join me and Andy. Mike can't be there. He's busy Wednesday night, but we'll have 3 special guests. We'll have Scott the movie critic, Josh from Classic Reviews, and Jamie, who's also a Batman. So it'll be a lot of fun. Be sure to get your questions in. Come and join us. It's going to be a fun night, a lot of fun. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.